Greetings everybody, and welcome back to Industria Regrowth. At the end of last episode, I said I was going to wait until I had enough copper and iron essence to make the respective seeds. I have enough for the copper seed. I don't quite have enough for the iron seed as of yet. I actually need to grow another copper essence, but I'm not expecting too much difficulty with that. Let's grab one living rock, and of course, one of the forest, and an essence seed as well. So now, I can go over here, essence seed, for weak essence, for copper essence, and that's going to eventually give me a copper seed. In the meantime, let me explain how my plant breeding has gone. The wheat has gone all the way around. I've tested this. It came out 788. I expected around 888, so slightly weaker, but not dramatically so. And it's now gone halfway back around. The essence farm down here has reached 10-10-10. I've basically replanted it across its entire system because I don't really have any other place to plant the essence seeds, and I do have the short-term need for the essence dust. As far as the skeleton seeds go, they're about 2/3 of the way around. I've gone ahead and prepared a fourth farm, which will be for the copper seed, just as soon as I finish it up. First off, let's complete the mission. Actually, I think I'm going to claim the essence of copper as my reward for that, because if I do that, yes, I could plant the copper seed, but with that copper essence, I can go over here, combine it with the iron essence. I do need an essence seed. I think I'll take that one. And I believe it's 4 essence dust required for the iron seed, but I'll double check. Yep. Essence seed, 4 weak essence, 3 iron, and 1 copper. So, 3 iron, 1 copper. 4 essence dust, 1 essence seed, and let us start producing the iron seed. Of course, I will need 1 more piece of living rock, but that's fine. That's going to take a minute or 2, and in the meantime, I can also show you the crossbreeding I've been doing down here, which hasn't been much. I haven't touched this off camera. I don't want to complete any of the challenges off camera, which is why I haven't really touched this. So I've got now barley, and I've got snowbells. So let's go ahead, and this is in the life of the world, so I can complete the barley quest, which exposes a sweet corn seed quest, and then I can also claim the reward for the snowbell seeds, which unlocks wolfsbane and garlic. Interesting. How about we go melon? Ah, okay, carrot and pumpkin. Alright. So, let us quickly return up here. Deposit the seeds. We'll go snowbell and barley in there. I'm also going to go ahead and grab 2 charcoal and just go ahead and make the one use of this barley flour, which is to smelt into bread. I mean, there might be other uses, but it's not dramatic. Actually, I think I'll go ahead and drop off also the barley and the icy needle. And I need to go ahead and craft my iron seed. There we go. So, different task line. And now I can claim the reward for the iron, and I will claim the... I think I'll claim the weak essence for this one. Alright, and now, let me think. Okay, so the copper unlocked 5 quests, the iron unlocked 11. And this actually puts me in a very interesting position. Because, well, in order to continue this crossbreeding, I'd have to basically create a 5th one of these. I don't know that I necessarily want to do that at this point. I am running a little bit low on space horizontally. I am going to have to start stacking my farms vertically. Of course, the other consideration is this wheat farm, which is not the fastest growing farm I have. But it's giving me a respectable amount of wheat, most of which I have been composting. I am going to have to put the wheat seed, or not the wheat seeds, the iron seeds up there. So I'll put those up there, and put up the wand of the forest. Go ahead and grab the rest of my crop sticks. Now, let's look at what we've got down here. All right, first off, let's open up that quest line, The Life of the World. See, Wolfsbane, it seems, is Snowbell and Mandrake. Garlic is Snowbell and Water Artichoke. I only have one Snowbell, so I have to pick one to go with. Sweet corn is barley and sugarcane. Poppy is pumpkin and sugarcane. Melon is carrot and pumpkin. So let's start off with the carrot and pumpkin, get the melon seeds going. Here's our pumpkin seeds and the carrot seeds. And I think we should use this setup over here. So the pumpkin seeds go there, and the carrot seeds there. I'm half inclined... Well, let me think here. Now let's go with the Wolfsbane, because I've already got the Mandrake in place, and I just need the Snowbell. But of course, I do have to replant this piece of dirt here, because I had previously used it for the Water Artichoke. Alright, and it was Snowbell X Mandrake, so I need to grab the Snowbell seed out of there. And of course, that's going to take some time to grow. And, let's see, I think I want to go, I would like to go Poppy, but I only have the one pumpkin seed, so I think I have to go sweet corn. That's barley plus sugarcane. So let's grab our barley seeds out of there. And we'll replace the wheat I have planted with barley. So I've got 3 sets of crops, and I'll have to wait for them to fully grow before I can actually start the crossbreeding process. Alright, let's put the wheat up. Alright, so there you have it. That's the crossbreeding of that. Now I've got some more compost. And let's grab some dirt real quick. And turn it into garden soil with more of the fertilizer. I am going to need a lot of fertilizer for my ultimate farming plan. I'm going to go ahead and lay down the crops. Now, with the others, I've basically gone out and back. For this one, I'm just going to do one directional because I'm going to be using it for 2 separate crops. I'm going to be using iron and copper seeds, both out of the same farm here. So let's put the iron seeds there. I'm going to go ahead and harvest the essence again. And I get quite a bit from this essence farm. Each harvest gets me a little bit over a stack. And I can usually harvest that once every day or so. game time. There we go. 18 skeleton essence. Some interesting possibilities, but I think I will just store the skeleton essence for the moment. Go ahead and put the essence dust up in there. And now let's look at a different quest line here, what the world embraces. Of course, there's a few opportunities that may expose themselves now that I have iron, or rather would expose themselves once I actually have the ability to reliably make iron. Let's look at the work table and see what it requires. It's actually doable. It's a chest, a crafting table, and a book. Now, books I actually have a spare chest, and then I just need a hatchet and a wooden plank. Combine the hatchet with the wooden plank, gives me a crafting table, and I can put the hatchet back up. And then I can combine the chest, the crafting table, and the book, and that gives me the work table. Now, an earlier quest gave me the super crafting frame. I had set up a super crafting frame for the creation of weak essence. It's not been the most effective. The problem is it requires me to have the weak infusion stone each time, so it can't really mass produce the essence like I want. Fortunately, the work table does not share that same problem. So I'm going to go ahead and grab 4 stacks of essence dust, and then I'm going to go ahead and put my essence dust in here, give it the recipe, and now it knows how to make weak essence. Now, the work table can store 8, maybe 9 recipes. I don't know if it's 8 or 9. But what I can do is I have the option to lock the recipe or not. If I don't lock the recipe, and I make a bunch of other things in this work table, then eventually there's a chance that I'll lose the recipe. But I don't want that with this one. This work table, I think I'm going to dedicate solely to the creation of essences. And so I want to lock the weak essence recipe in. So let's go ahead and put that up. Go ahead and put the super crafting frame up. And also, yeah, let's go ahead and claim the reward on that challenge. Maybe I should have claimed the reward before I did that, but oh well. At any rate, the work table is, in the grand scheme of things, it's not the biggest challenge. It's not one that opens up a huge number of other challenges. Let's have a look at some of these other things. Okay, Simulsax Transtructor. S-I-M-I-L. Okay, so there's a basic and an advanced version. The basic is 4 iron, an ender pearl, and a stick. The advanced is 4 ender pearls and 2 diamonds. Even the basic is a little ways away because I don't have a very good way of making ender pearls at this point in time. So, let's see. There's the structural upgrades, but that seems to require copper, which I don't really have a good supply of at this point. Let's see, the water tank, I want to say that requires iron, which again, I don't yet have. I will, I think, once I have some growth in my iron seeds, but not yet. I don't think there's much of anything here I can do. See, there's what the world enables, and I've actually got now 3 options in here. Let's look at this deep breath. It requires a snorkel. What does it take to make a snorkel? Okay, so it's 2 glass lenses, which is glass surrounded by 4 planks, and 2 sugar canes. Do I have the 2 sugar canes? I might not, actually. Let's have a look. No, wait, I do. I do have the sugar canes. Let's go ahead and grab iron wood. And do I have the glass? I think I do. Well, barely. So, let's go ahead and craft the wooden planks. Wooden planks into glass lenses, and glass lenses combined with sugar canes into a snorkel. Now, what does the snorkel do? Well, it will let me breathe underwater. You see, I'm currently in the water. Now, if I step down a little bit, you see how quickly my air runs out? Yeah. Can't go underwater for very long without a snorkel. Now, let's try that again with a snorkel. And you can see I can go quite a bit longer underwater. It's not forever, not by any stretch of the imagination, but it is longer. And I'm going to go ahead and harvest this farm again. All but one or two of the plants has grown again, so it's a safe harvest. And that's the thing about 10-10-10s. That growth rate of 10 means that those plants grow quite rapidly, which is very good. It means if I need essence, I've got it in fairly short order, at least at this point in the game. Later on, I'll have recipes that require more advanced essences, that require even more essence dust, but then by that point in the game, I should have a bigger farm for the growing of essences. I've got 17 plants now. The next stage plan calls for 48 essence seeds. Let's go ahead and harvest the wheat and throw them in the compost bin. Alright, and as you can see, I've got the crafting task, but now I'll need to find a pearl oyster, but let's hold off on that. And also take the snorkel off, just in case I do get a mob here. I do occasionally get mobs that somehow get around the wall, and it's generally around the wall, as opposed to either spawning inside or going over the wall. The wall does basically stop at the sea, so it is possible for mobs to swim into the base. Let's see what the world teaches. Don't know if there's much there that I want to work on quite yet. Let's see, there's Meddling with Mana, which requires 10 mana steel ingots, which I believe is iron. And then these runes, all of which, if memory serves me right, require mana steel ingots. And the mana steel ingots require iron, so yeah, it's all iron at this point. Now let me check something on the coal seed front. Okay, so it's 3 essence of coal that I need for a coal seed. And how about tin? Tin seeds require 3 essence of tin and essence of iron. Alright, so basically 3 essence of coal, 3 essence of tin. Ooh, that's not cheap. For that matter, neither is the tin. It requires slate, which I don't really have a great way of getting. I don't have a good way of getting flint. Can I complete? Well, let's see. Let's see the grow damage, but that requires more nature essence than I really have. Cutting of the world. Those both require string, and I don't have any great way of getting string. So where am I on being able to crossbreed the plants I set up earlier? Let's see. The barley isn't quite grown yet. The pumpkins are grown, but the carrots have yet to grow. Alright, so we're not there yet. At this point, I think I've hit a little bit of a wall. I think what I'm going to do off camera is let these plants finish growing and then crossbreed what I want out of them. I don't know how many attempts exactly it will take. I'm going to go ahead and let this wheat farm finish growing out to a 10-10-10. I think the farmland might be slowing it down just that little bit. It would probably be a little bit faster if it was on the garden soil that the magical crop seeds require. But it is what it is. At any rate, I will see you next time, everybody.